And confidence isn't just something they see by the way you stand, by the way you address the client, by the way you shake a hand. All those things are important, but so much of it comes through in how they feel you. Welcome to the Sales Made Simple podcast. This podcast is dedicated to helping overwhelmed outdoor living professionals, landscapers, and hardscapers just like you increase your closing rate to over 75% without doubling your workload so you can build a seven-figure business that doesn't need you. I'm your host, Joshua Gillow. Let's dig in. If you've been building outdoor living spaces for any amount of time, I'm sure you're going to be able to relate to this. You know, you work with a customer, you come up with some great ideas, you provide them a design and proposal, and the next thing you know, they end up going with a competitor, and you know that competitor cuts corners, doesn't do a very good job, is great at selling things, but horrible at actually installing. And you know, what really hurts the most is you know, as well as I know, that you're great at what you do, like really, really good at it. You're very highly detailed. You make sure everything is up to standard. You go the extra mile to make sure that customer is enjoying the experience and also that they get the best project at the end. But unfortunately, life isn't fair, and the competitor gets the project. And you sit there thinking, like, why does this keep happening? Why do I keep losing all my work to this guy or girl? Why does this keep happening to me? And I'm here to shed some light on that for you today, because it really breaks my heart. That used to be my story years ago. What I found along the way is that as much as we'd like to think that that competitor is highly skilled or more skilled, he's not more skilled. He's just better at looking like he is. He has a way, a suave, if you will, or a certain way that he shows up that elicits confidence in the customer. Customer feels more confident and more safe with them. Even though they're long-term, they're going to end up in pain. The reality is that they feel up front that they are better taken care of, or that person listened better than you did. And that's the part that hurts. It's when we're losing projects to a competitor that we know does crappy work, and it's because we don't know how to stop the bleeding. How can we do that? How do we become more confident? How do we show up in a way that customers can feel us more and less hear us? How is it working for him? How is he doing this? Because we know he's got not very good reviews online. You think people would do their research, but something about the way he sells and communicates gets these people out, and he's much less talented, and he's making like 20 times more than you, and it's pissing you off. And it should piss you off. I know it pissed me off a lot when I was in the early days of this world. And, you know, what really is important to think about here is the fact that confidence and certainty is what sells. If you're the best skilled craftsman out there, building the most amazing, highly detailed projects that are going to endure the test of time, that's wonderful. But if your customers don't feel you and they don't feel the confidence in you, I don't care. You're going to be taken out by somebody who has much less skill and much higher confidence. Again, that might not be fair, but that's life. So what we need to do is think about, how can you possibly show up with more certainty? How can you build that inside of you? How do you build a process in order to make sure that you are showing up as absolutely certain as you possibly could be? And that's what we're here to do. We're here to show you that through this academy, how to build that confidence, because clients don't speak craftsmanship as much as they speak confidence. And confidence isn't just something they see by the way you stand, by the way you address the client, by the way you shake a hand. All those things are important, but so much of it comes through in how they feel you. And I know this might sound crazy, and contractors are supposed to be out there building cool stuff, not necessarily figuring out this whole feelings part, but let me be very clear with you that feelings are what really sell projects. At the end of the day, client has a gut feeling of whether you're the right fit or not, and that's going to make a decision whether they go with you or not. So this does and is valuable enough to take the time that you can start learning exactly how to do this. And that's what we're going to help you with, because you think your work speaks for itself, and it doesn't when your confidence is low. They may like the work, but they're not going to buy you as the person. And if they don't do that, they're going to go with another guy that's going to botch the project. You probably go back and fix it. We've done that many times. But at the end of the day, they need to feel like they're in a safe position and that they know that you're going to be able to deliver. And if you give them any sort of feeling that they can't trust you, or that your confidence is waning in some way or lacking in some way, maybe it's a certain part of the project, maybe a certain feature that you're thinking about adding in there. Maybe it's that fire pit, or maybe it's a fireplace you've never built, and they can sense that you've never built it before. Even if you didn't say that, they sense it because you don't answer the questions as fast, and you know deep down you don't know what you're talking about. They're going to feel that. And when they feel that, I hate to tell you, it's going to be something that's going to push them back out of your camp, and you're going to be less likely to be the one getting the project. Because remember, you're not selling patios, you're selling peace of mind. And if your customer doesn't feel like you're the best option to move forward with, they just won't. They'll go with somebody else, even if they're going to feel the pain later, even if you know they're going to feel the pain later. So the question would be, are you really excited about continuing your reign as the best kept secret in town? The one who is like, yeah, maybe at some point somebody will pick up that we're doing great work and that'll be great, and we'll eventually do more work and we can grow the company? Or are you willing to grab that bull by the horns and say, you know what, I need to work on some stuff. I need to become more aware of what I do. I need to, heaven forbid, actually go out and record your sales conversation. Maybe it's over the phone or when you meet a client, to record it just for yourself to listen to what you actually say versus what you think you say. Because you know what? It really breaks my heart, and I'm sure it breaks yours too, when you see a customer go with somebody who you know is going to take advantage of them, and you know that they're going to have a lot of pain in the future. And the only way we can stop that as an industry is by showing up with the confidence and the skill set to be able to deliver an amazing project to our clients. And the way we do that is by slowing things down, understanding that it's not always a price game. And it's really a matter of, how do I become a better communicator so that I don't have to be giving those projects up to that competitor all the time? How can I get deeper with each client so that I can get what I really need, they can get what they really need, and we can move forward to build a relationship? That's really what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about building that relationship.
What if you could close 75% of your projects without chasing, convincing, or dropping your price? That's not a dream. That's the mission. Mission 75. Here at Yes Express Sales Academy, we are spearheading a bold shift to help outdoor living contractors sell with confidence, not desperation. Because let's be real. You've been told to just give them a good price and hope for the best. You've been trained to beg for work and give away your time and compete with contractors who don't even play at your level. That ends now. I wrote the Core 10 Sales Playbook because it's the system I desperately needed 20 years ago. It's built for real-world, design-build contractors, not guys in suits. Inside, I'll show you how to qualify leads in minutes, speak to emotion, not features, cut confusion and eliminate ghosting, lead the sales call with calm authority, and close premium jobs without flinching. That book drops in January 2026. Check out the show notes to get on the list to be the first in line to grab your copy of the Core 10 Sales Playbook before they're gone. This isn't about working harder, it's about selling smarter, and it starts now. Let's raise the standard together.